What's going on, everybody? I just wanted to do a quick tabletop video on what I feel are the best Esse knife choices and a quick comparison of the ones I have. I do not have all the ones in the collection. I do believe I lack probably about 4 or 5, and there's actually some newer knives out just this season as well that I cannot wait to get my hands on, but excuse me. We will start with the Izula. I got this little baby in Venom Green. This is sort of like their little pocket buddy knife. Wicked shape, full flat grinds. I got these handles separate online. You can probably find them online as well, where you find the knife. They're sold out a lot of times, so if you do see them, I would scoop them up. It does make it a lot easier to handle anyway. Fit in your hand. It is kind of a tiny knife, but with that handle scale on, it's actually perfect. This is the Izula 1. There is an Izula 2. It is, I do believe, just a touch longer on the handle. It has a bigger handle, but I have smaller hands, so, you know, it fits me just perfect. You know, I use this thing for backpacking. You know, I've been known to carry it sort of as my everyday carry, as a sort of a fixed blade backup if I have sort of a gentleman's folder or a smaller folder that I don't feel will handle some tasks. You know, I do believe this comes in 440C and a Damascus offering as well. You can also get a clip plate for, or sorry, a MOLLE attachment for the back now, a jump-proof MOLLE attachment. I just have this little plastic injection molded sheath which also comes with it, which is awesome. The clip plate comes with it. There's also a couple little rings to make some traps, a survival card. There's a bunch of little goodies in that bag. So here is the Esse, the Esse3. It's my little boy's knife. It's the Desert Tan model. This is 440C. I guess I should mention that the Esse Izula is like, sorry, 6¼ inches long, 5/32 thick. You know, seems to be the perfect thickness. It's a great go-to knife. Like I said, it's a buddy companion to knife. There's really nothing you can do with that knife. You could break down a deer. You couldn't hack down a tree, I suppose, but, you know, it's pretty friggin' useful. Here's the Esse3. Like I said, it's my boy's knife. Their knives do come with a whistle as well, to clip on the end of some paracord. Snaps across like that to sort of connect it. I have it just in case he gets lost in the woods. He can blow the whistle. He feels a little bit safer. This is one of those MOLLE backings that I was just talking about that's jump-proof. It's got a one-directional button on the back. You can slide that through some MOLLE gear. Bunch of different attachment points here. There's a Velcro slide through up here that you could put your belt through that if you wanted to. You can also clip this onto something if you wanted as well, to have this sort of as a dangle sheath. This is an injection plastic molded sheath. I don't know if they offer a Kydex sheath for the 3. I'm not too sure. Maybe before I got this knife they might have, but I haven't seen one online anyway. You can see, I guess, in size comparison. There's the 3 in the Izula. This is the Esse4 right here. Injection molded sheath. This is 1095 steel. I think they offer this in 440C. They do not offer this in Damascus. This is canvas micarta handle. I do believe that the length on this bad boy is 9 inches, and the I'm looking this up on paper. I'm cheating. Is the overall thickness is 3/16 on this. This knife right here, the Esse3, is actually a 1/8 thickness. This is 3/16. So this knife, I would say, is probably more touted for, you could carry this every day and pull it out and not have anybody really worry about how big a knife you had in your pocket. It's sort of, you know, it fits there nicely. It's not obtrusive in any way. The Esse4, you might be kind of getting into territory of, you know, if you pull that out at work to carve open a box or something, if you work in a loading dock, you know, depending on who's around, you know, they might have a problem with that. I'm not too sure. But, you know, It's the perfect size knife. This would be more for if I was going to go into the woods or something. This would be the knife that I'd have versus the SC3. I feel it could probably do a little bit more. You know, nice choil up here. They both have a choil that you can choke up on. There's jimping on the back of both of them. You know, the handles are nice and grippy as well. You know, even when they're wet, these things seem to be pretty grippy. You can't get them, you know, like if there's a bunch of mud and guck, or if you're processing game, they get, you know, a touch slippery, but you can rinse them off pretty easy, wipe them off. If you need to clean them, soap water, you know, a little bit of warm water action, that's fine. There's a few different sheath modes that come for that. I showed you the injection molded sheath there a minute ago, but they also have a Kydex sheath that you can still find online. I think you can still get a few models with this. I do believe it's the older models. They've switched maybe to the injection molded only though, but it just gives you a few more options. I might paint that thing up camo now that I have a couple sheaths. You can also buy some pretty sweet sheaths for it online, just to show you sort of a few different sheaths options for this thing. You know, little ferro rod holder there, so it's more of a sort of a dangler type. You know, if we're going to go out in the woods, like I said, it's kind of the perfect knife for that. I guess next I will show you the SC Laser Strike. Again, there's one of the backings on here. It has two, it actually comes in two pieces, so you have to, you know, it's for, if you wanted to fold it up back like this and just have sort of the knife clipped to your belt short, so you wouldn't see the top of it like this, and still have the MOLLE backing, or sorry, yes, the backing for the knife on there. So it has the pouch on the front as well. It's an add-on that you can get. SC makes those. I do believe they're made in USA. I think they might even make them, a couple of them over in Vietnam now, but I'm not too sure, so I don't want to say that. I had to attach mine with tie straps because they don't seem to quite kind of line up some of these holes on there. You'll hear some other people say the same thing. But I did get two screws in at the top, which I feel are sufficient with the tie straps. That thing's not going anywhere. Like I said, it comes with a pouch. I don't have the tin in. I have the tin in another knife I'll show you in a minute. You can see how it fits in there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, made in the USA. Look at that. So this comes with a Kydex sheath on the Laser Strike. You can get it in a Desert Tan model. They don't offer it in 440C. Again, this is for like a field survival knife, so 440C would totally work, but 1095, pretty durable out in the field, sharpen it. You know, does it get dull easy? Not really. I think these knives are like a 56 Rockwell. They all have the Rowan heat treat, which is a phenomenal heat treat. You can't beat this, and I should mention they also all come with a lifetime warranty that they beg you to try to destroy their knives. You know, I'm sure you could if you know, did something you weren't going to do to a knife to destroy it, but if you did anything you were going to do with a normal knife to any one of these knives here, you're not going to do anything to it. So this knife has custom liners I picked up online, and also on the inside of it, which I will try to do for you now online and not lose the screws. If you open this thing up, like I said, it's their survival knife. This is also a Phillips head screw compared to their other models, which is a Torx bit, I do believe. Pull this baby off, and there's some little wicks in there, a little ferro rod just in case you wanted to start a fire. These custom scales actually have room for the SE custom arrowheads as well. And I found that these handle scales actually made this knife a little bit more manageable in my hand. Like I said, I have smaller hands, so the other ones were a little bit too square for me. It was still a wicked knife before, but these handle scales just are unbelievable. Anybody who knows what I'm talking about knows where to go online for those. Shout out to TKC Knives. Anyway, get these babies back on there. Look, see, that's pretty simple, so you could do that out in the field pretty easy. You know, like I said, Phillips head screwdriver, you know, everybody has a coin or another pocket knife, or, you know, you could jam anything in there to undo those to get in there. So there's the Laser Strike. Guess I can put the fours back there. That's an older SE4, has red liners. It is a gray micarta scale, I do believe, on that one. That one's been around forever. I've used that thing to do all kinds of stuff and haven't destroyed it. The coating isn't even coming off it. You know, this coating is bulletproof, so anybody worried about rusting, anything like that, if you use your knife like a normal person, you know, nothing's going to happen to it. So next here is the SE5. Again, I got the Molly backing. There's the pouch on the front of this one. So this is what they send you if you get the pouch. You actually get the pouch. You get a bunch of screws and stuff as well. You know, there's a clip plate that comes with every knife, basically with a bunch of screws. You know, I have a whole collection of screws that they give you so many that you almost can't use them all. So there's no way that you can't figure out a way to secure all your gear to it. It's a tin here. I don't even know what I have in this. It's been a couple months since I've opened that. Some pine tar and a lighter. This is the beast of the collection. SE5 was developed for pilots to escape and evade. It's an egress knife, 1/4 inch thick. I'm not sure if I mentioned, actually, now that I think about it, how thick this is. This is a 3/16 knife. Length's about 10 inches. You know, in comparison with the SE4, it is longer, for sure. I don't know if you can see that. I guess I'll hold it down there, sorry. It is absolutely longer. You know, it is the same thickness. It does look to me like the SC Laser Strike is actually a little bit thicker. If you think so, comment down below. I don't think it's just me. It does actually look like it's thicker, but anyway. And the Laser Strike has that sweet tactical skull, which I think is awesome. So does the 5. This is the first SE I actually got. This one, the Izula. And I think I got the junglas at the same time. All 3 green knives. This is a G10 handle. This is not canvas micarta. It's a little bit slipperier when it gets wet, but I wanted the orange handled knife because I was using this knife in the winter time, and I wanted to make sure I did not lose it in case I put it down if I was doing something. Like I said, 1/4 inch thick. The length of this thing is 11 inches, so I'd say the next closest knife would be the Laser Strike. You know, so if you're looking for something sort of in between, you know, the Laser Strike, or sorry, you know, if you're looking for a knife that's going to be sort of a little bit bigger than the Laser Strike, then, you know, it's going to be the knife that you want to get. Heavy-duty, bulletproof knife. Pry with this thing, dig a hole with this thing, process game with this thing. I probably use this, you know, for being out in the woods as my one and only knife. When I carry this, I actually do carry the izula with it as well. You know, just I feel if I was going to, you know, process a fish or something, I probably wouldn't use this, but I would definitely use the izula for something like that. With those 2 knives, you got every single base covered. It's got a skull crusher on the back, which I haven't used to crush any skulls yet. If you hear my kids yelling, perhaps. Coating on these things is phenomenal. Again, bulletproof. I've done a lot of stuff with this one, and it's just dirt that I could probably rub off there. Yeah, exactly. So if you use them, they do not rust. You know, there's nothing wrong with 1095 high carbon steel. Heat treats, you know, bulletproof. So last and least for this video is the junglas. Again, comes with a Kydex sheath, super similar to the 5. It's got the locking mechanism up top. The Laser Strike, like I said, also comes with that. So once you pull this up, you know, that thing's not going anywhere. It also comes with the button and the top. All their backings come with the same thing. The knife just comes with the knife itself and the Kydex. I do believe it comes with a clip plate and a bunch of screws as well. So might be a little bit heavy for a clip plate, but it's definitely, you know, a great dangler. You could attach this to your backpack, you know, something like that. So I guess I should probably open that up. See, that's how good it is locked. So again, I got the green because I was working in the winter time, so not for zombie apocalypse, but it's pretty sweet looking. G10 handle on this thing. I want to say this thing's probably 3/16 thick as well. I could be wrong. Let me hold that up. Yeah, I'd say that's another 3/16 thick knife. Overall length is 16 inches. So you can see compared to the 5, it is a pretty big beast. They do have a junglas 2 right now. I do believe it comes down to around here. You know, be a wicked chopper hacker knife. I do not have that one. I feel the junglas fills my needs when I want a gigantic knife. I use it for actually processing game a little bit as well. If I'm going to take the limb off you know, a big game, moose hunting, something like that. I do attach it to a backpack. I also carry it in my leg if I cannot carry a hatchet for some reason. So, you know, again, a good knife combo. This thing, the izula, I've often had the izula attached in its case to this, and then I'll put one of these cases on the bottom of the junglas sheath, and then there you go. That's basically like a full setup. You know what I mean? You don't even need another knife, pocket knife, anything like that. Hatchets, you know, you can chop down a tree, process any kind of game you want. So that is the quick video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please subscribe, and I look forward to more videos. Thank you.